We are back with some more Packers franchise, and we are entering our last offseason, or our first offseason and last offseason with the Green Bay Packers. And final season here before we get into Madden 21. And a lot of things went down, a lot of moves went down. I made a shitload of moves, and I had a strategy I wanted to do this with the Packers here, and we'll get into all that. But first things first, I want to show you guys the yearly rewards because I totally spaced on showing you guys this. So we'll quickly skim through the leaders. NFL MVP last season was Lamar Jackson. The Ravens went 15-1. So that was just a brilliant season by him. Jordan Love could have had a chance, 13-3. He got hurt for the last 2 games, I believe it was. But I guess before we get into the other awards, it is 4th of July as I'm recording this, and people are lighting off fireworks, and it's completely light out, and people are lighting off fireworks. So if you hear our dog panting, because my dogs are having panic attacks, if you hear that, or if you hear a massive explosion, it's because of a firework. But we'll try to pump through this as quickly as we can. Coach of the year, obviously, was John Harbaugh, 15-1. We were number 3 at 13-3. I wish Coach of the Year wasn't just based off of record for the most part. It just seems like it always is. I wish they would take in consideration, I don't know, let's find, is there a bad team on here? I don't know, that just a team that has a great season. I just wish, or made good moves. I wish it would take that more into count, but it is what it is. Go to the AFC side first. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Defensive Player of the Year is Willie Gay Jr., which is interesting. That's a little crazy. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jonathan Taylor. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Willie Gay again. This rookie is just an absolute beast, I guess, for the Kansas City Chiefs. Best quarterback, I don't know why it's taking so long to load, but it has to be Lamar Jackson. I mean, the dude won 6,000 awards. Well, maybe I won't be showing you guys the annual awards if shit's not even loading. Oh my god. Jesus, dude, the people freaking sending off nukes. Do you guys do fireworks? If you do fireworks, cool, whatever. But do you do fireworks in broad daylight? You can't even see them. What's the point? You're just wasting them at that point. You're just absolutely wasting your fireworks. Best quarterback, somehow Sam Darnold, even though Lamar won so many awards. Best running back is Ezekiel Elliott. Austin Eckler. Now I'm getting phone calls. Good lord. Tyreek Hill's the best wide receiver. Best offensive lineman. Ravens, got a bunch of Ravens up there. Best defensive lineman is Calais Campbell. I mean, there's just a Raven at every single position from the looks of it. I mean, it just seems Ravens. Willie Gay, best linebacker, best DB, AJ Bouye, and the best kicker is, good lord, talk about slow. I mean, this is just, holy shit. I mean, this is god-awful. I chose the wrong time to record this because it is just taking forever. It is taking so fucking long. What is happening? Dude, my shit is breaking. Okay. Alright, we're finally back. My game crashed. The whole game crashed, and I had to get a weird little update thing. So I think we're good. I don't really understand what just happened, but best kicker for the AFC, Harrison Butker. Moving on to the NFC side. Offensive Player of the Year was Miles Sanders, closely followed by Jordan Love. If Jordan would have never got hurt, it would have been close. Don't know if I would have been able to get up there, but that was the only Packer for that. Defensive Player of the Year, Quan Alexander, led the league in interceptions, was an absolute god. He definitely tore it up in our playoff game. He got 4 picks, I think, when I played him in the playoffs. So Quan definitely deserved it. Za'Darius was all the way down at number 8. Not bad for him. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Miles Sanders again, and Jordan Love right behind him. That was it for the offensive side. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kamal Martin, not really close. As I said, I thought it would get better, and it didn't. We just really got to get through these fucking things so I can just start talking about some other stuff here, because these awards are just, I'm getting stuck on them. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carter Coughlin. Did we get any Packers? We did. He's all the way at number 8, but mostly due to the injury. Best quarterback, Jordan Love. Good to see him win that. Best running back, Miles Sanders. Aaron Jones didn't make it. He got hurt, so it makes sense that he didn't make it. Michael Thomas wins best wide receiver. Devontae Adams all the way at number 7, so not so bad for Devontae. Eagles, look at the Eagles offensive line. Jason Kelsey and Brandon Brooks up number 1 and 2. We had David Bakhtiari at number 3, which really isn't that bad. We also had another lineman make the Pro Bowl, which is nice. Jadeveon Clowney was the best defensive lineman. We did not have anyone there for that. Best linebacker, I think Za'Darius is like top 5 on this. I guess I have to hit B, I guess, every single time it freezes like that. I only need to look at like 3 more goddamn awards and we can get the hell out of here and do something else. Quan Alexander is number 1 there. Za'Darius, he's at number 6. Good to see him, like I said, good to see him up there. Best DB, Ricardo Allen, which is very interesting. Wouldn't really have expected him to win that. The Bears have like 7 DBs up there. And best kicker is Eddie Pinheiro. I think that's how you say his name. Don't believe Mason made the list, and he did not. So that is that. Sorry I didn't show that. I just totally spaced on that. And yeah, so you're definitely going to hear the fireworks. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through this before it gets dark out. So, next thing is we're going to go through every single trade that was made besides my trades. So, first things first, Brian Cashman from the New York Jets got sent to the LA Rams for a 2nd and 3rd round pick. That was the first deal that was approved. The next batch of trades, Oakland Raiders sent Tyrell Williams to the New York Jets for Pierre Desir and a 3rd round pick. So, good for him, I guess. And the Eagles traded... Oops. I almost spoiled. I made a trade with the Eagles. I almost spoiled there. We'll save mine for later so we can talk about mine. The Lions traded the 7th, 39th, and 104th overall pick to the Chicago... I almost said Bulls. Jeez, I'm all over the place. Chicago Bears. And the Lions received from the Bears Akeem Hicks, Allen Robinson, the 154th pick. So the Lions trading a shitload of picks and receiving some very quality players when the Bears are stockpiling picks. So that's an in-division trade there. The Chiefs traded Sammy Watkins to the Browns for the 84th and 116th overall pick. The Lions also traded Kenny Golladay to the 49ers for Richard Sherman. So now we got to deal with Richard Sherman twice a year, which is a little unfortunate if you ask me. And the Patriots traded Jonathan Jones to the 49ers for a 2nd and 4th round pick. Next batch of trades, the Eagles traded Zach Ertz and quarterback Jalen Hurts to the Jaguars for the 5th overall pick. The Dolphins traded running back Jordan Howard, the 4th overall pick, and a 4th round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars for the 2nd overall pick. The Oakland Raiders are trading their left guard John Simpson and a 4th round pick to the Saints for their left guard Andrus Peat. I think that's how you say his name. And the last trade that was approved was the Miami Dolphins traded Tua Tagovailoa, whatever his last name is, the 33rd overall pick and a 4th round pick to the Patriots for the 3rd overall pick. So the Dolphins have 1, 2, and 3 in the draft. Dolphins had they went 1-15 this season, so now he's got a shitload of draft picks to rebuild. There's some interesting trades that went down this season, and basically what the reason behind it is, I mean, it's only a 2-season league because we started it late with the real life rookies, and Madden 21's coming up, so we only got time for 1 more season. So we kind of were letting a lot of trades, and draft picks really don't mean much because you got 1 year with your rookies. You know, if this was like the beginning of next Madden, these picks would mean a lot more than they are, because you'd have multiple seasons to develop the rookie, you know. But in this case, you don't. You don't have any time really to develop your rookies, because by the time you develop your rookies, the season's over, the league's over, and we're going on Madden 21. So it will look a lot different going into the next Madden. And I haven't told you guys this yet. I'll say this in my Giants one too for the people that don't watch this series. But for Madden 21, for the Legacy League, where I'm the Giants now, I have personally picked the team I want to use for next Madden. It's already locked in. I already know what team I'm going to use. I'm not going to say it yet. I'll say it closer to once we get closer to Madden 21. But for that league, I chose the team I most wanted to use, and I'm using them. But for this league, I'm going to enter the team draft, and I'm going to come out with a video with all the teams available. I'm going to let you guys vote which one you would like, and you guys will be able to pick which team I can use for this league. So that's how I'm going to do it. One league I'll pick the team I want to use the most, and then one league I'll let you guys pick the team. So make sure to stay tuned for that video once we get closer to the release of the next Madden. That way you guys can pick what team you want me to use next. Just depends on what teams open up. I honestly have no clue what teams are opening up in this one, so it all just depends. I know there's quite a bit of teams that are going to be opening up this league, but like I said, it all just depends. So getting into my trades, the first trade that I made was with the Eagles. I traded for Deshaun Jackson for a 3rd and 4th round pick. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. Deshaun Jackson. Let's go see what we got over here with Deshaun. Where is he at? Here he is, 33, 78, or he's an 80 with the morale boost, or he's 78, I guess. almost a 79, pretty much a 7. He'll be a 79 by regular season. There's no way he's not. I mean, he's got just needs a little bit more XP. But the way I look at it, I just wanted a third solid receiver. I mean, like I said, there's a 2-league season. If we were doing multiple leagues or seasons in this and had a bunch of time, I don't think I'd make this trade. I'd just develop EST and have him be my slot guy. But I want a third solid wide receiver. And Deshaun Jackson, he's solid. I mean, he's got really good speed. His deep route running is 89, which is just absolutely brilliant. And that's just exactly what you want to see from, you know, your slot, or just your third guy. Just have brilliant deep route running, the speed. He's just going to be flying by people, hopefully. So that's why I made that trade. Am I going to, third and fourth round, am I going to get a 78 overall with all these stats? No. I'm probably going to get low 70s, high 60s in the third and fourth round, and he might not even play. So definitely worth that in my opinion. That will be our third wide receiver on the roster, and I believe our slot. So it'll be Devontae, MVS, and Deshaun mostly out there at receiver. Second trade we made was we sent Aaron Rodgers to the Oakland Raiders and my 94th overall pick for the 15th pick in the draft. So we got a early-ish, but basically mid first round pick in the draft. Got rid of Aaron Rodgers and another third round pick. And it took a massive cap hit. We actually had to cut quite a bit of people, and we're in cap hell now because of the Aaron Rodgers trade. We had to clear up. He took $24 million off the salary just by trading him, and so it was. And you'll see with the last move I made that our cap's really bad right now. But the way I looked at it is I don't care about the draft this season. I really don't, because say that 15th pick I draft someone and I get a good pick at that. What's he gonna be? 75? 76, and maybe if I'm lucky he gets into the 80s. I'd rather have the proven prospect ready to go right away than try to deal with a rookie for the final season. I mean, it's one season left. I don't really care about my cap. I don't really care about the future. It's just one season left. I gotta win now. I gotta do my thing now, you know, try to get it done. So with Aaron coming off and acquiring that 5th round pick, I ended up trading both my first round picks for Casey Hayward. I didn't want a rookie corner. There's actually some decent corners, but like I said, what if I draft a corner, he's like a 73 overall? I don't want a 73 overall. I want a freaking 88 overall, 90th morale boost. I mean, that's what I want for the final season. So Casey Hayward, both my first round picks. I had a super late one, pick 28, and that pick that I got for trading Aaron Rodgers. Got Casey Hayward. I had to take on his salary after the Aaron Rodgers hit, so that's why our cap's really bad right now. But you can't tell me this isn't a brilliant trade. I mean, you can't. If I had to draft a corner, if I don't make this trade, I'm drafting a corner, and it's Alexander playing alongside with, if I'm lucky, a 74 or 75 overall corner, a rookie, and with probably bad zone and man. I don't want that. With this last season, I want the proven guy. That is what I want, and that's what I got. I mean, great man and zone, and both in the 90s. His press is in the 90s, play rec's in the 90s. I mean, this is exactly, his awareness is 95. This is exactly what I want alongside Alexander. Kevin Kingston will be playing that slot spot. And this is just, I think this is a brilliant trade. I'm really hyped about this. Obviously, we had to keep Talib. He was okay, but Casey Hayward is much better for this last final season. So that was the last player trade that I made. And because I'm in cap hell, with all those guys, I had to cut a few people, and I traded all my draft picks and stockpiled late round draft picks, so that way I'm able to field a team. So we traded here. Let me go back and look at my iPad here because I have all the trades. Basically, instead of going through every single one, I basically traded my remaining. Because the second round pick we had this draft, we traded for Eric Armstead last season, so we didn't have that. Traded both our first, traded all of our thirds for Deshaun Jackson, and the Aaron Rodgers trade, we had to get rid of the third. So with my 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks, I traded back. I traded all the way back in the 7th round. So all I have this draft is 7th round picks. I have 7 of them, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And I only have like 50K cap room or something like that because of, like I said, the Aaron Rodgers trade killed my cap, and then taking on Casey and Deshaun Jackson, it was difficult. So I have to be able to field a team. So I have 46 people on my roster currently, and then with the rookie, I mean the cap already has like a certain amount of money reserved for the rookies, So I'll be perfectly fine with my cap. We'll just won't be able to cut and sign many people during the season. But with the 7th round picks that are going to be coming in, I'll be able to have 53 on the team, and my cap situation we get, I won't be over. I'll be just under it. And I think that was the best option. I mean, I don't really think rookies are going to make much of an impact. Maybe there's going to be a couple that make a big impact, but I doubt it. And I'd rather have the proven guys like Deshaun and Casey to come in and help me try to get to a Super Bowl in our remaining season here and get the job done. And the 7th round picks are all going to be backups. I'm not going to be drafting starters. But because of the cap situation, I did have to cut quite a bit of people. So we'll go through the people that I ended up cutting. We'll go released. Let's go to the Packers here. I had to cut quite a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Some people I really didn't want to. First things first. Oh yeah, Eric Armstead. He walked. I didn't have money for that. So I cut Chris Lacey, David Greenidge, left guard Lane Taylor. Our starting center, didn't want to do that, but I had to with the cap. So starting center gone. Patrick Laird, Tyler Lancaster. Once again, didn't want to do that, but cap situation, you know, it is what it is. Dante Dion. Tyron Swoops, our starting right guard, which really wasn't even that good in the first place. So that one I didn't really care. I didn't want to get rid of Gerald Willis, but like I said, cap reasons came and I had to make room. Alan Lazard and Tim Williams. These 4 I really didn't want to let go of all, but Alan freed up like $1.5 million, and Tim freed up like just under $1 million, and so did AJ. So it's just going to be the Aaron Jones show unless I draft an absolute legend in that 7th round. But I had to get rid of him. I had to make my cap situation work. And for the most part, none of them are starters. Alright, I'm back. I'm all over the place this video. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this done on the 4th so I can get this out because our draft is tomorrow. I don't even remember what I was talking about because I just took like a 10-minute break. So I have no clue what I was even talking about. I think I was talking about the players I cut. I showed you all of them. I didn't want to cut them, but it is what it is. So we'll go take a look at my roster currently. Before the 7th round picks, and I'll try to show you guys what positions we'll have to get. Obviously we'll need a backup quarterback, so I'm hoping there's actually a couple quarterbacks that I may be able to snag late. You know, we'll just see how it falls to us, but we'll definitely need a backup quarterback. Madden just doesn't want to load. This video's really bad. I'm just gonna say it now. This video's extremely bad, so thanks for staying with me. Next video will be the draft, and it's going to be a weird one. Usually I have a bunch of picks, you know, going through them, but it's just going to be 7 picks in the 7th round. But I still stand by it. It's just not going to let me load anything. I don't know what's happening. EA is falling apart on the 4th of July. But I stand by it. I think the best decision was to use up all my draft picks as much as I can, and just use my 7ths to acquire some backups and go from there. I ended up signing 5 free agents. They're all just really cheap deals, just backup guys. Like I signed 3 linemen to minimum deals, just backup guys. They're like 50-something overalls, but I mean, knock on wood, but linemen don't get injured that much in this Madden, so that's what I did there. I signed a backup outside linebacker, like a 65 overall, and then I signed a defensive tackle, I believe. I can't remember the last guy I ever signed. But that's pretty much that for the offseason. Actually, that's not pretty much that. I guess I want to tell you guys where people went. So I guess I can do that without loading because I have it all on my iPad. Let me just hold on. Let me just find it real quick. So because apparently Madden just doesn't want me to be in their league anymore. Don't know what's going on. But Derrick Henry went to the Miami Dolphins, 5 years, $5 million, $10 million on the bonus. Wide receiver Devin Funchess went to the LA Chargers, 3 years, $6 million, 3.5 bonus. Shaq Barrett went to the Vikings, 3 years, $8.8 million, 8.3 million bonus. So we got to play Shaq Barrett a couple times now. Mike Hilton went to the Las Vegas Raiders, I believe. 3 years, $8.4 million salary. And Chris Jones went to the Miami Dolphins, 4 years, $2.5 million salary, and $20 million in the bonus. Absolute massive bonus right there. Moving on to the next batch of free agents. Drew Brees went to the New York Giants for 1 year, $21 million. So Giants just saying, fuck it. I don't want Daniel Jones for the last season. I want Drew Brees. Matthew Judon, I believe, also went to the Oakland Raiders. 4 years, $8 million. Just Oakland's making all kinds of moves this season. Same with Miami. Strong safety Anthony Harris went to the Miami Dolphins for 4 years, $550K, but $8 million in the bonus. Tight end Delaney Walker went to the Chargers, 2 years, $4 million in the salary, $2.2 million in the bonus. Eric Armstead went to the Rams, 3 years, $7 million salary, $8 million bonus. Free safety Devin McCourty went to the Rams for 1 year, $1.1 million in the salary and $10.09 in the bonus. I guess I could show you some other notable people transactions. We'll go ahead and show it if it loads. If it doesn't, then we'll just say fuck it, and we'll see you guys in draft day, because Madden just doesn't want to cooperate with me, and it's looking like it's not going to load, so we're just going to end the video there. Hopefully you guys still somewhat enjoyed it. It's all over the place today. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you guys think about my trades, and I'll see you guys in the next episode when it's draft day.